Good morning, Instagram Nation. I hope this message is finding you well. I'm Dr. Kevin McGovern. I'm a physical therapist that specializes in movement, fixing active adults, and high-level baseball players. But today I'm talking to you about the game of baseball. And yes, I'm a little down. My Yankees just got decimated by the Red Sox 3 games in a row. So I do a podcast, one of my podcasts, the Prove It Live podcast, and we have changed the format of that to really be more webinar-ish. And a lot of people have asked me, hey, Kev, you disagree with a lot of what's going on with pitching. Why is that? Well, first of all, from the decade 1980 to 1990, there were 129 Tommy John surgeries performed in Major League Baseball. From the decade 2010 to 2020, there were 1,029 Tommy John surgeries performed, including over 200 of those position players. That's why I don't agree. Something is desperately, drastically wrong with what's going on, or these athletes would not be getting hurt because, sports medicine's better, healthcare's better. All this is allegedly better, yet the injuries are far, far worse. And it goes back to something I heard years and years ago. Overhand throwing is not a natural movement. Okay, well, we can move that way. I can bring my arm overhead, right? If we go back hundreds of years, people would hunt and fish using overhand movement. I don't know if they were doing Tommy John surgery then. So is it truly not a natural movement? Or is it truly what's being taught goes against basic neurological and kinesiological principles? And that's what I believe. There are literally, I'm like 180 degrees away from some of the things. And I'm going to go through each one of those in different posts throughout this week. I'm going to show you what is being taught, okay, what I teach, and why. And you will see that it is science. It's not Kevin McGovern. It's literally kinesiology, meaning if you do this, you're breaking this kinesiological rule. And you can only break a rule for so long before you get injured. All right, so right now, I'm going to give you the first one. So what do I agree with out there now with pitching? This. You have to hold the ball. That's it. After that, I disagree. Even gripping it, I'm in disagreement. But in order to throw a baseball, you have to hold a baseball. And that's about the only thing I agree with what's being taught out there now in baseball. And you know what? I hear time and time again, I'll put a Major League Baseball player picture up there. The last one I posted, I think, was Chris Sale, whose arm was in center field and his elbow was at home plate. And everyone will the haters will clap back. Well, he's made $85 million. Great, okay? What I'm concerned about is a 13-year-old kid in their backyard trying to pitch like I used to do. I could emulate the 1978 Yankees, every single player, the hitters, the batters, okay? Those are the people that I'm concerned about, the kids. Are you actually teaching Chris Sale's mechanics? Are you teaching Steven Strasburg's mechanics? Are you teaching Mark Pryor's mechanics? You already know they're injurious, okay? To the highest level athlete have been injured throwing that way. So hopefully you're not teaching those mechanics, because that's what I'm trying to save is the kids, okay, who get hurt. And there are tons of them, tons. We don't even want to put hey, Laura. Oh, I think my daughter's joined. So hi, Riley. We don't even want to think about if there was 1,000 Tommy John surgeries in Major League Baseball, how many 14-year-olds had Tommy John surgery? 15-year-olds. This year I had a woman, who had to have Tommy John surgery. Why? Because now the same stupid techniques of training that they're doing in baseball has now infiltrated softball, okay? And boom, Tommy John surgery, okay? This is a preventable injury. Every time I see one, I look and I see the same mechanic that I will show you, the same position, okay? You're going to hear me talk this week that hip to shoulder separation, okay? How that is being taught is the number one cause of Tommy John injuries, in my opinion, okay? How it's being taught completely violates the basic laws of kinesiology, all right? And I'm going to get into each one of those where I disagree. And again, where I agree, we have to hold the baseball. And so look for those posts. And thanks for listening. Have a great week.